So there was that New Game Plus. There was that New Game Plus showcase that happened, and as I was saying before, it was stupidly long. So I didn't want to watch the full VOD. This is still pretty long. 2.5 hours is still pretty long, but it does cut about an hour and some out. I mean, let's see what they say, what they talk about, you know? Too long, man.
All right, guys, so first up, we have 3 awesome games. We have Blind Descent coming from Owlcat. We have Deep Dish Dungeon coming from Behold and Raw Fury, as well as an exclusive interview with the Dawnwalker creative director.
This was a fan cut VOD. They took the VOD and cut out all the excess talking. So we're only gonna get the game stuff and I guess none of the couch stuff. You know what? I'm gonna turn the fan down a little bit anyway. Okay, we'll fix that. No problem. Yeah, I just realized why.
A Dawnwalker is like a special kind of being in our IP. It's neither fully a vampire nor a human. It's something in between. What this means is basically that you, as a Dawnwalker, you have underwent a transformation. You used to be human. And now, during the nighttime, you do get all the powers and the difficulties of being a vampire. So you get the blood craving and so on. But during daytime, these powers are dormant and you still have to eat. You have all the weaknesses of a human, right? But also the perks of being human. One of the things that is unique to humans in our IP is being able to use magic, so casting spells. The Dawnwalkers are not very commonplace in that IP. They are very, very rare.
Does this work at all? No.
So you as a Dawnwalker are kind of special in this regard. I would say the short-term things that have immediate impact on the character development are you have to feed on, you know, either animals or humans on blood suddenly, right? So you get these cravings.
We've seen this, right?
You get these weird, eerie experiences that you didn't have as a human.
It's better now?
Francis and his clique of vampires actually caught him on his low point when he was vulnerable. He has used a specific traits of vampiric blood in order to cement his position in the valley. Because, you know, as you might imagine, having a bloodsucker as your lord might be a tough sell. However, if the alternative is getting sick and, you know, dying in thousands,
looks cool.
Actually it doesn't sound as such a horrible thing. He tries to kind of distort the religious beliefs in order to install himself as a savior of the valley. We do explore this in the game, so you might see, like, for example, statues erected to Francis, new iconography shown in the local cathedral, for example. and in the castle and so on. There is this whole cult of personality he builds around himself. So he basically shows himself as something better than the old order, right? We do have a mechanic tied to shrines that are erected across the valley, and Brensis puts a lot of attention to kind of twist them to his own image, and these do have a functionality. When you play the game, we have assigned specific functions to them. Generally speaking, one of the things we wanted to achieve in this game is to have Brensis being this active antagonist. You know, in a lot of games, the antagonists are out there to be defeated, but generally speaking, you have free reign, you do your own thing, and it doesn't really change much in how they approach you. In this game, what we wanted to do is to have Brensis react to your actions as you complete different activities throughout the valley, as you maybe undermine his operations and so on.
It's kind of like his seal of approval.
Exactly. So it's like, so basically, the way you can think about it is like the more you do in the valley, especially if you undermine Brensis, you will gain notoriety. The more notorious you are, the more edicts Brensis will pass in order to thwart you. So, for example, he might send out more soldiers to patrol roads and villages, right? He might, in some extreme cases, maybe even initiate a lockdown of the city to basically hamper your ways of traversing it, right? There is a number of these edicts we have prepared, and each of them is designed to kind of twist and change the general open world gameplay. It also has benefits. There are factions in the valley that dislike Brensis, so the more notoriety
has anybody here played that Kingdom Come Deliverance at all?
With them, you get
I'm just
like
curious.
They actually like that. There is a number of plot lines that you can follow if you want. You can also cut them off because we have added these systems where, for example, you might...
I see the audio ducking is starting to work a little bit here. I think I got to make the release just a little bit more there.
You might kill off some important...
Is that any better now? When I talk, it should duck it a little bit?
Basically, or you get some alternative version. There are some ways to enter the castle in the open world. You can ignore these side plot lines. You can level up Cohen and decide to attack the castle on your own, right?
Out of curiosity, is there romance in the game?
Romance, yes, of course.
Of course.
Romance options, yes. We didn't delve deep into like...
This is a little out of base, yeah? Well, that one I can fix. That's easy.
That for the future to talk about. However, yes, you can expect...
That I can just turn down for you guys a little bit here.
Like I said, there is like one main goal.
That probably is better, huh? I turned it down to 80%.
These different ways.
And I left it for me.
You know, what happens with Veil Sangora.
So that's like the one good thing, really, about this, is that I can have it full blast for me, because it's kind of quiet for me, the way I have my thing set up, but I can turn it down for you super easily.
For the next section, we have three...
one of the few good things so far.
But we have
yeah, so apparently this New Game Plus went to this like couch segment every time, which is why the thing is like 4 hours long, the actual thing. So this video version apparently cut a bunch of that stuff.
It's just an infinite map generator.
Kind of funny.
With some game loops on top of it. So you have a survival loop, which is pretty hard. Get to the weather tower, we give you a map and a compass and not much else. Some basic survival mechanics, and it's a game against yourself more than anything else and kind of the decisions you make. Then we also have just objective survive, which is just see how long you can last in the world, and free roam for those that just like a hike. The differentiator, or the thing that makes a difference, is that we can generate essentially infinite maps.
This is the PUBG survival game?
Map editor in the game and stuff like that, but we want to be able to give you the ability to give a deep...
Like the first year of the PC Game Show where they try to make it a talk show. Yeah, exactly. And apparently they got such bad response for the way they've done it. They've made a statement saying, don't worry, we're not going to do it that way again.
Wayback is just, it's a technological experiment.
Kind of funny.
Or proving some technology we've developed. It's no longer an experiment, it's in production, so it works. But it's also going back to my love of survival games and those kind of emergent, just... I'm not giving anyone missions to do, it's just get there, and how you get there is fully up to you. Basically, if you play the same seed, you get the same weather, I'm pretty sure you get the same cabin layout, and you maybe get the same loot. So you and 4 friends could technically race to the weather tower. And so you get...
It also looks like way too many people. Yeah, like a big panel of people, you mean?
Synchronous multiplayer, but as long as you can share the seed with people. And I thought, wouldn't that be a cool thing for events, where you have 16 streamers and see how long they can survive in objective survive mode, right? Or see who can race to the weather tower quickest, or we can set up the weather just to get progressively colder and see who lasts the longest. There's a weather tower on top of one of the higher points on the map. It's generally the other side of the map. We do have prompts now that tell you what to do in the world, but yeah, there's some simple survival mechanics. Keep yourself warm, keep yourself dry, light fires, board up windows, keep your body in a good temperature, get across the map. And we don't tell you where you are on the map, except when you find a new map in the world and it updates your position. You're left for basic navigation. It's kind of set in the 80s, so you don't have digital GPS, stuff like that. I want to make sure that the worlds we're generating have enough depth that when we add story and mission and quest-based content, that the worlds feel like coherent and real enough that it makes sense. Like, I want to have pathing, I want to have like infrastructure, like telephone lines, this kind of stuff, so the cabins aren't just...
I'm kind of sick of survival games, man.
Some, like, you know,
like a bunch of them have done cool things and cool ideas with it, but I'm kind of sick of them.
Well, okay, you need to connect all the substations to bring power to the weather tower. So
the 80s are known for not having maps. Yeah, that's very true.
Right now, there's a bunch
very true.
And there's survival mechanics.
Why don't we put chat on screen?
A lot more depth to the environment. Preface is a tech demo. That I always said I wanted to release a free tech demo of the engine we're building, and that's what Preface is. And the kind of poetic thing is that my last game will be Preface, because it'll just be a visualization of what's possible with our engine at that time. And it's more like Minecraft survival, that it's an example of what you can do with the engine.
My Google account was signed in.
And free for everyone, so you can do whatever you want. So having this kind of digital space, like an internet in 3D, I don't see anyone working towards that.
Oh, that was me.
Small bubbles, but I don't see anyone really trying to do Earth-scale terrain with millions of people. And that's kind of the bigger goal, and that's why we've broken it down into 3 games. The aim is that you should be able to do anything from 10 by 10 to 100 by 100 with 5v5 or 100v100 relatively easily and not have any problems. We will build maybe an Earth-scale terrain, maybe smaller, with hopefully a network.
I signed into my account.
Millions of people. That will be kind of a survival civilization MMO type game. But again, that's just one layer of the world. Like, I want you to be able to just jump around the world and see what's happening, because you should be able to, like, I think if you want to interact with the world, there should be a layer of survival you have to do, or a layer of gameplay in order to kind of leave your impression on the world.
Someone made a charge to my card for McDonald's. Just for $1.50 for a coffee, but still.
Quebec Charlie to Quebec Romeo Foxtrot. We got your location report. We are monitoring you in the operation zone. Good luck. Over.
They're turning into flowers. How cute. This is gonna be like an extraction shooter, isn't it? Survival extraction shooter. I am a fan of shooting zombies. If people know anything about me, I am a zombie shooting fanatic. Is my mic peaking? It's showing some red here. Actually, it shouldn't be because of the compressor. Extraction slop. There's a helicopter. It's an extraction shooter. Beautiful light.
In a world where pixels were once only 2D, now They're 3D. Oh, I'm just with you. I'm Dominic John, the dev behind Project Shadowglass, a 3D pixelated RPG that's a love letter to classic immersive sims like Thief and System Shock. This video is a series of prototype rooms that I've been working on some of the core systems in. No art, no assets will be generated by AI. This is all human-made, hand-placed, made by me and artists like me because we love what we do.
That's pretty good sound design, gotta say. Sounds pretty cool. Oh, I think my audio ducking is a little too much.
If you have headphones, I would highly suggest wearing them. All the audio in Project Shadowglass is going to be 3D, and not just 3D, but simulated.
I was gonna,
Music
like,
emanating from this orb
I was just saying, it sounds really good.
in the right ear, but as I change the size of the space, you can hear the character of the sounds change.
I wonder how hard it is to design audio in gaming. Yo, Sniff, what up? We are watching stuff.
And if
Things are being watched.
we can still hear it coming from the opening in each ear.
This seems pretty cool, man. I can't get audio to work right with your own setup. I just changed all my audio stuff today, so I understand.
Or suggestions, or just want to follow along, feel free to list Project Shadowglass on Steam. I hope you enjoyed this.
This looks really cool. I gotta say, it looks real cool.
All the crew at New Game Plus for having me. Be well.
What mic do I use? AT2020. But I just got rid of voice meter, which is what I was using before, and I'm using Wavelink now. Like, literally just as of a little bit ago.
What I would consider kind of sci-fi games a little bit.
Still working on it.
We have Aphelion from Don't Nod, which we have an incredible look behind the scenes of the music with the composer themselves, as well as the Expanse Osiris Reborn from Owlcat.
I should watch The Expanse. I've heard such good things about it.
And also Distant Shores, Bretagne.
This is what the next Doom needs to look like. What, like an 3D pixelated thing? Ooh. Some Prey vibes going on there.
My name is Amin Bouafa. I'm a film music composer, and I am the composer for Aphelion, the video game. I remember having a message from Talal saying that he loved the score of Summit of the Gods, and they are working in a new video game, and inviting me to come to the studio and to meet.
I mean, it looks good.
It was very important for me.
Looks good.
To understand how.
I think what we both need to get are those headsets with the cat ears on them that glow, the pink ones.
With models, with steps,
I think that's what we both need.
Separating the different elements, and at the same time, how could the music, how the structure of the music.
It's the only way. 2026, year of the cat girl.
Evolving structure. It was very important for me first to have the story of Ariane and Thomas, like that the log line is the story, both of them. So there is a theme that conveys this emotional relationship between them. And then the frozen aspect of the music. I mean, for me, it was very important first to feel the cold.
That's right.
Music, to feel
See?
the
He
wind,
gets it.
To feel the ice.
Homer gets it.
It's an instrument that had been invented by the Bachet brothers in the mid-20th century. For me, it looks like an alien instrument. When you see it, cannot even predict that it's a musical instrument. To play the instrument, you need to get your hands in water and then rub crystal buttons that are in this metal structure.
Interesting.
Convey this frozen identity of the score, and at the same time having this magical.
Is it weird that I kind of want to play the Tomb Raider games again? The, like, new trilogy? Been thinking about them recently.
There is a sacred feeling also to this planet. It's a huge planet, but I wanted to get this huge instrument and that it could also play very soft. The organ has a lot of sounds. It could be very soft, it could be very aggressive, it could be large, it could be intimate. For me, it's the planet.
What
be very welcome.
That's pretty coincidental. My organ can also be very large or very soft or very intimate.
And very sacred at the same time. So
I understand.
The organ could give this majestuous feeling to the score. I'm so happy to write the music for Aphelion. It's the first time for me to write a video game score, and it's a lot of fun and a lot of passion.
I don't think the gameplay is something that I would be necessarily too interested in, at least from what they've shown here, but maybe they were just showing like a bunch of ambient stuff that goes with the music? I don't know. Because, like, that weird goo snake or whatever, seemed pretty Prey-like in the way it looked. The hell is this? Looked kind of Warhammer-ish. Oh, the Expanse. I should watch the Expanse.
Discussions at the early stages of the.
I should watch that.
Whether to go fully class system or something.
You're excited for the Expanse game?
We started with.
How long is the Expanse, Mark? How long would it take me to get through?
That the player might perceive the game, the power fantasies, how he can express himself in combat. So he might want to be a sniper, he might want to be a hacker, maybe an engineer, something else. As we designed those playstyles, we thought how to mix it up a bit, how to let player to experiment with what he encounters during the game. So, for example, when he finds a neat shoulder cannon, as we've shown in the announcement trailer, even if he's a sniper, he might want to experiment with that. Why not? It fits the universe, it fits the playstyle. He might want to see how it works. And so we decided, why not?
62 episodes? That's actually not that bad, really.
The idea behind the playstyle. So playstyle is basically the starting preset that kind of.
All right, I can hear myself better now doing this. Okay, we're good.
Power fantasy of how you play the game. At some point, the player will need to commit to his choices. So again, it's an important part of the choices system, you know.
I'm gonna quickly listen to the VOD just to see how crunchy the audio is, as Homer put it. So give me a sec.
Choices less important. So at some point, you need to stick to particular guns, particular gadgets, and you just build around them. We give you some time to experiment, but you will need to commit. During the character creation, you will have to choose between three major factions. Your origin, so you'll be either Belter or Earther or Martian. Facial customization, appearance, you can choose your body type.
So you will be playing as a Pinkwater mercenary with different type of origin that you would create. You will have your sibling with the same, like, identical one. They will look a little bit different because they're their own person. They have their own personality. These events are set during the first 3 books, I think. You will start on Iris and witness.
Shit's so annoying. I gotta test.
From a different angle, and this
sounds fine to me.
Will be to some degree shown in your character creation.
Every companion should belong somewhere in the universe, and they have their own.
So it must have been the equalizer making things sound
and their
funky.
They have some background story, their own struggles. All this stuff will influence how they perceive the situations player encounters. So in every major plot event, they will have their opinions. They might hint you towards some decisions. They might provide you some assistance, or maybe even some crucial contacts to go for help. For
Is it maybe because I'm actually talking like on the thing here?
Maybe
A little bit closer.
have their own stories, their own.
It is a condenser mic after all. It sounds worse when I start doing stuff like this,
Or
so
maybe to ignore their
could be, right?
stories, totally depending on how you want to be invested in this particular companion. The choices you make for those companions also will matter in long term.
Yep, some of them will have romances, and you can see on our background companions. We
Perfect,
cannot
thank
say who is going to have romance, but there will definitely be romance in our game.
It's a small crew on the small ship. You know, the Expanse, it's a universe where everyone flies in very tight spaces for very
It's crunching down.
So there is.
So are you saying it's actually better if it's further away like this?
We have a few layers of the combat system. First of all, it's obviously the gunplay, a few classes of weapons
Okay,
that
good.
you can use.
That's fine then.
You do it from the covers, so
Gets it out of my fucking face.
Gunplay game. And the second layer of the combat
Gets it out of my face.
that's your abilities. That they might be more like offensive ones, maybe something like a grenade or a shoulder cannon, or maybe something more defensive like a shield, or maybe.
Oh yeah, Anthem's dead now, right?
Gadgets.
Isn't Anthem dead?
Choose from depending on your play style.
I just
And,
remember
as you
because this
mentioned, there are
has some.
that are
This actually has some Division
using your
looking
gadgets,
stuff going on.
Using your
I love the Division, dude.
but
That's too bad that game
important
died.
is, obviously, your companions.
Taken out back and shot.
The combat. They have what we call.
Actually, it wasn't even taken out back and shot. Anthem definitely was taken back and shot.
Can order your
The Division just kind of like
an exploit in the arena.
they found out it had stomach cancer and they just let it live out the rest of its days
We
in
decided
pain.
against, the management, the gameplay part of the survival stuff. So you won't be counting your gallons of reaction mass or how much water you need to.
Much closer?
Before it dries out.
Like right about there.
But still, the
Works for me.
It's very dangerous. So in terms of narrative,
I also moved backwards a little bit because I got comfy.
a tremendous enemy. You will have
Never get comfy.
a lot of very dangerous.
This is really cool looking, but again, like
that you
I don't really have
get
anything.
somehow. There will be a lot of.
I don't have a background of The Expanse. I should
your player
should watch
experience.
The
It's not
Expanse.
a particular
I have so many other shows I want to watch though.
around the solar system.
I don't know, man. It's hard.
You'll be able to visit.
There's too many things out there.
Planets. We mentioned it before that we have Luna, Mars, Ceres, Io, and some other cool places to visit. And some of those places will be like major social hubs where you can just walk around, meet other people, drink at the bar, shop for better equipment and stuff like that. So you will have plenty of places to go and to visit and to look.
I hate how every game they've shown so far is some form of in-depth video.
Oh, yes.
You know what's funny, Mark? I don't know if you were here when I was kind of discussing
For more,
what this is. This is the condensed version a fan did of this showcase, because this showcase was like 4 hours long originally. Because between all of this stuff that you're saying like is way too much, there was also those 5 on the couch talking about it for like another 15 minutes.
Genyak Island. Stay alert.
Crazy. I don't mind some of the interviews. This interview for The Expanse was way too long, in my opinion. That one is way too long.
You said you would visit me here, but you never did. Look, bygones be bygones. Just find me in the West Zone. I'll be waiting.
Oh, excuse me.
Sometimes I dream about what's under the ocean. A distant shore, waiting to be explored.
What if Mirror's Edge, but with superpowers. Superpower parkour, hell yeah. Gravity gauntlet parkour. You know what I've noticed going like in the last couple of years watching all of these like game showcases? I think I'm more than ever before so much more in tune with what I know I'm just probably not going to ever play. Like, I don't think there's any chance I play this ever. This is so not something that looks like enticing to me. Whereas there was a time where it's just like, yeah, I'll check that out. I will not check this out. And maybe that's just because we have so many options now. Like, there was a time where you just kind of checked out everything because there was like 50 games a year that were worth checking out. I can tell you, in the 2020s and beyond, there are thousands of games released every day. And I would say every now and then one is worth checking out. So it's just a different thing, I guess, a different time, you know? And that's fine. For somebody, this was probably like the coolest looking game, and that's great. I just think I need to stop pretending that I'm part of those groups anymore. I think I need to be a little more focused in what I play. Just gotta play stuff that either I'm interested in or think looks cool, and not just anything. Just because somebody said that they liked it. It's like, who gives a shit what you liked? Maybe not like in that tone, but like, that's great that you like it. It looks awful to me, so meh. This actually looks like it's a Half-Life, like built in like the Half-Life engine or something to me. Yeah, I mean, this is just not me. That's just not for me.
Next up, we have two very exciting updates coming from Obsidian, that being some updates for Avowed as well as Grounded 2. We also got exclusive time with them and had some interviews, which were very exciting.
I forgot there's Grounded 2. Are they releasing anything for Avowed? Any DLC? Or is Avowed one of those things that they've said that we're not doing DLC for?
Action RPG set in the world of Pillars of Eternity, where the player plays as an envoy sent by the Emperor of Adir to the living lands to investigate.
It is a nice looking game.
Plague that's kind of spreading throughout the lands.
I forgot how nice it looks.
And you play as the envoy trying to figure out.
Painted Grail looks like a fucking PS3 game, so.
Affected in positive ways, negative ways, or in between type of ways, with that type of choice and consequence. In terms of, the post-launch things we've been supporting on it, like we've gotten a bunch of abilities added to the Ranger and Fighter trees to kind of more fill it out comparatively to
that
Wizard tree.
Those are, yeah, that's more shit.
Phobia mode,
for sure.
Big community requested feature, as well as
Arachnophobia mode.
Improvements there, gear improvements, and as well as bug fixes and crash fixes.
And you can play now as the different species.
Yeah, we've added different.
Who said that?
Yeah.
The Amauin, Orlins, and Dwarves are now playable.
Oh.
Decisions we make are revolving around the player.
Wow, I really wish you guys had that when it came out.
With our community management team, we get like a spreadsheet, kind of see what the things that are bubbling to the top. Like an example, like quarterstaff was something where just we wanted to feel like more like a wizard, right? That kind of wizardy vibe, as well as playing as Orlins. Like I think players just were bummed that we didn't include that in the base game. So I mean, it really comes down to like
the magic in that game was sick. It was actually really cool. So that's awesome. Good for them.
We notice like players really role play their characters in the game. So we always want to give them as many options as we can to like customize their features or character, you know, to kind of have this fantasy in this world as they journey through this.
This just goes to prove that playing a game when it releases is the worst time to play a game.
To really,
it's so stupid. There used to be a time where when you would play a game when it released, you would get the definitive experience, and maybe they would add a little bit. Now, like, why would you ever play a game when it comes out? Wait a year for them to add everything.
This game's had, it's a lot of work and a difficult thing to really nail down.
Like, I wish I had played Avowed now.
Hardcore systems, and
I played it a year ago.
Mechanics and all the weapon types and stuff like that in the game. Our different races are different sizes, they're different shapes, they're a very unique game experience when you play as each one of them in a first-person game.
That's why I'm excited that I just said fuck it to Death Stranding 2.
For Avowed,
as far as I'm concerned, Death Stranding 2 hasn't released.
That's for making Avowed, and now we can give it to
everybody that says that it was their game of the year. They played the early access version on PlayStation.
It should be a whole.
The real version on PC comes out soon. Not soon, but this year maybe.
Completely different in the world.
That game isn't out yet.
If you use third person or first person, it changes it again how you feel and present in this game. So it's pretty awesome that we can finally bring that.
New Game Plus allows the
this does look so much better than Tainted Grail.
Gear. It does reset it.
This looks so much better.
Just outright OP basically, but you know, you'll have the end game gear with all its like enchants to be able to just start the new game, as well as we have like modifiers on enemies that kind of, you know, either make them more resistant to some of the elemental types, or, you know, modifiers that make them more resistant to being stun locked or hit reacted. And that kind of gets.
I'm also excited for Death Stranding 2.
That New Game Plus experience.
Very excited.
That added challenge, but also let the player still feel somewhat like they're accumulating their abilities over the course of multiple playthroughs. So.
We notice players like to take photos of their envoys, but it's very difficult in the game. You have to get the camera just right to get a certain distance from the character, or capture the shot in a conversation. When you
I've heard great things about Death Stranding 2, yeah.
Get into
Agreed.
It and
definitely agree.
Awesome shots, or
I'm excited for it to come out.
Depending which way you're going.
We're super excited to announce that Avowed's finally going to come out to PS5. Pre-orders are going to be live today. You know, keep an eye out on our social.
Oh yeah, this would have been Xbox only. That's right. I didn't even consider that. That's right. They own Obsidian, so of course it would be. Sorry, every time I move, I know the mic probably sound quality goes weird, but gotta move and stretch. The seat is killing me. I'm actually dying.
Survival game. It is set in a gigantic city park. You play as a teenager who has been shrunken to roughly the size of an ant. You just have to survive in this environment. With,
Grounded 1 was so cool.
That it is the size of a bus, and figuring out how to eat and get some
That's a
water
cool
and
survival game. That's a good one.
Materials and new weapons. As you go and gain in power and get over those initial survival challenges, you can sort of get into the story of what has really happened in this park. A number of huge
Death Whales
for the park. This is the first big content update that we have. We've been calling it the Winter Update. It's really about adding in this next big chunk to the park, and that comes with a lot of things that are very, very exciting for us. With this Winter Update, which is the community garden, is attached right to that early picnic area. On the map, it's just to the east of it, behind the gigantic statue of Tully and Burgle. This was
I never did finish Grounded 1. Nope.
A brand new biome.
I did not.
You've got a vegetable garden, you've got a greenhouse, and you've got a pumpkin patch. All of these, a lot of new and different types of artwork and places for the player to explore. And then, of course, we need all the insects that go in these areas too. And so a ton of new insects that are in there. As I love to say, all of these insects, you know, you can fight. Maybe they're docile and you can attack them. Many of them are aggressive and will attack you. And regardless, You fight them, learn their tactics, and then eventually turn them into fashionable attire and new weapons.
Going to a new biome, a new area in the park allows us to fully lean into what makes the...
Isn't Jake Lucky the dude that keeps
for us, that means
talking about Twitch news on Twitter and Blue Sky?
That man-made...
I think he's the one that posts a bunch of like breaking Twitch news.
Level.
Wasps are coming back, which are a lot of fun to fight, but can be kind of annoying. Again, this is a survival game, so so excited about those things coming back. Black ants are also coming back too, and like with both of those, you get sets of armor and different weapons that you can craft after you've defeated these creatures. We're more excited about the new creatures that are coming in the Garden update.
Like what?
So we developed a brand new creature in the
grasshoppers.
Cricket is
crickets.
pretty big. Again, this is the size of a large wasp, probably.
They're gross.
Some very unique attack combinations that are a lot of fun. It can also, of course, jump very, very far. It has its own armor sets. It has its own weapon or weapons that you can craft based upon it. And then the same thing for earwig. And we actually have two different types of earwig. They're sort of a ranged
earwigs are so much more gross.
That tend to travel around together.
Centipedes are the worst thing ever made.
Strategic opportunities. Again, you can turn those into...
if I could choose between being happy for the rest of my life or eradicating every single millipede and centipede in the world,
combat opportunities,
I would do that because it would greatly help with option number 1 as well. I hate them so much.
Changes, just like we did in the picnic area, we've revamped the combat.
What if you could turn a centipede into a hat? I would fucking throw up.
We make them...
I would puke.
System. How do we make them challenging in this new day?
If I could make a hat out of a centipede, I would throw up.
And so hopefully there's a couple of twists coming, even with the old favorites, that will keep veteran players on their toes and will surprise and delight new players.
We have a brand new buggy, the Ladybug buggy, which you'll be able to get and
Ladybugs are dope.
And hatch, and then ride around in the yard. And we're pretty.
I'm always happy to see a ladybug.
I think all of it is coming together just really well.
I think every single Grounded player from Grounded 1 at some point jumped on the ladybug and let it transport them around, and we often joke that was the original buggy prototype. And there's something so iconic about the ladybug and getting on it and wanting to ride it that it felt like an inevitability for us. But what's important for us whenever we do introduce a new buggy is we don't want it to just be another one or just a horse, And so it really boiled down to what can the ladybuggy bring to the table that the other ones weren't? What can make her stand apart and bring
put a gun on that ladybug?
Experience to the player.
New Twisted Metal looking crazy.
Her own little niche in the game. She's the tank. She's the one who can get into those really tough fights and withstand those large swarms of insects. And that's where the idea of the water cannon on her back and players being able to shoot at their enemies, and that ended up providing a ton of gameplay opportunities and a really unique experience. Being able to shoot down the aerial insects that are often a bit more challenging and a bit more frustrating for players. Well, now you have this ranged weapon that you can take them down with that feels super satisfying, almost like an anti-air gun. For us, as soon as we crack that, it felt like, okay, there she is. That's her niche. And now it's just about bringing that experience to life and finding moments.
Congrats, you invented the gun.
Experience. To really
man, that's hilarious. Literally, like right after you said put a gun on the ladybug, they show that there's a gun on the ladybug.
RPG games that are looking very cool, as I would say. This is going to be Hour 2 from Night Dot Studio, a follow-up to their other survival game, Outward, obviously. We have Vahrin's Call by Titan Rock, and then we also have Dragontwin by Draconic Interactive.
So this is Outward 2, right? They were saying?
Outward is an open world RPG, which for once you're not some kind of special superhero or the last child from a prophecy. You're just a dude or a dudette. And the reason why we are downscaling who the player is because they want to be immersed more than they want to be powerful. And that was the big change in our approach, and we made all of our design decisions to be in alignment with this vision. If you were just a regular person and you wanted to think like a human would, but in a fantasy world, it's when you are aloof, when you're just like, that's not so dangerous, I've done it before, and that's when life just snaps back at you, right? In real life, that's like that.
True.
It should be like that in the design as well. So one gigantic...
I've drank and driven before.
Not with one, like
It's not so bad.
Very ugly protagonists. And we didn't have a lot of...
Just like a video game.
Like 3 skin colors, a handful of faces, a handful of haircuts, and that was it. It feels like really drawing yourself into an RPG. You choose a background, you choose traits, you have a very granular system to modify and customize your character to your liking. One of the big thing is you choose one of 3 starting locations. So as a regular person, what justifies throwing yourself into danger? How do you become an adventurer? Well, we have 3 different quests depending on which city you choose. So if you are in Simeon's Bastion, you are a homeless person, you're desperate. In Tramontane, you are a miner and you're trying to like improve your status and your quality of life. In Haboob, you are just a clerk who just bought a house. What could possibly go wrong? You know, and very mundane situations, like you're not special or anything, but something special happens to you, and then you have to
reminds me
to the situation. We want a weather system that is very dynamic. So now we have a year-long calendar with seasons, and you just go through all that. So it's going to be winter, and then it's spring, and then summer, and does change like what kind of
It's a pretty nice looking game.
Kind of armor you need to wear.
So far.
Thing is gigantic.
Pretty nice looking so far.
You can't combine anything that goes in one hand.
I'm guessing it's the same engine and everything that they use for Outward 1, right?
You only have a set amount of things, and you have your main hand. Now you can just interchangeably.
Is it the same world, or is it like a different world?
But you can't.
I don't know anything about like
visually in
this series, I guess now.
Lush. It's more filled. It's more visually vibrant. That's going to be something that people will notice very quickly. Just like in Outward 1, we have 8 skill trees, and all those skill trees have some exclusive skills. So if you take one, you can't take the other, and you have a maximum of 3 breakthrough points. So there's only 3 skill trees that you can learn from to the maximum of the capabilities. Otherwise, you have like the first few layers of skills available. One thing we added are the attribute points, the core stats. So strength, agility, constitution, willpower, intelligence. We added those. We're gonna track a lot of different things that you do. They're all gonna have like different thresholds. So let's say you dodge attacks successfully a certain number of times, you unlock a note that will give you a passive trait and increase your agility. So very small incremental changes. We start with very simple things, and it expands us in more and more circles. So you won't be able from the very start to unlock all 3 skill trees just because you have the cash to do it. You will have to have experience. You will need to have practiced the life of danger and Ori to be able to understand, like get to the next level of the skill trees. Other than that, well, I think it's important to note that all 4 regions are new regions. So it's really just...
Okay, so it is the same world then, by the sounds of it. Just different parts of the world.
Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into our upcoming action RPG, Vahrin's Call. The world.
Do we know if they have like a section that's horror games or
scorched by endless sun on the
Metroidvanias or something?
These incredibly hostile areas are known as the Forsaken Realms, which, as you may have noticed,
I hope
is
so.
the name of the universe we are meticulously crafting. Your first steps within the Forsaken Realms will take you to the Vale of Vahrin, a city on the brink of collapse, and the first of our narrative-focused
I know nothing. Fair enough.
Step into the boots of a lone mercenary, seeking to answer Vahrin's call for aid, and maybe earn some gold and glory along the way. It's clear that Vahrin needs a hero, and every hero needs a way to slay the countless fantastical beasts they'll encounter. Vahrin's Call aims to cater to a wide range of playstyles, offering you the freedom to combat the unknown in a variety of ways. Whether you prefer to be a nimble-footed archer, flinging fireballs between arrows,
this actually looks okay.
Toe-to-toe as an
honestly
axe-wielding whirlwind of death, the choice is yours. The game's classless system means you're never locked into playing a specific way. You have the ability to adapt, alter, or completely switch playstyles midway through your adventure. Unlock and spend perk points to obtain new skills and abilities, and level up your mercenary's core stats by gaining character experience. Hidden chests throughout the world will reward you with a range of weapons, armor, and unique trinkets, some providing unique effects to help you gain an edge in your next combat encounter. The local hamlet of South Vale acts as a hub, a safe space that provides various amenities for you to further develop your character. Use the forge to upgrade the weapons and armor you find throughout the world, and the dismantling bench to deconstruct items for materials. The spell crafting table can be used to increase the power of your magic. Everything from an area of effect freeze attack that stops the enemy in their tracks, to ripping up the ground from underneath their feet with destructive force. Use the trap making bench to upgrade and unlock new traps and gadgets. A nice complement to your arsenal, allowing you the opportunity to catch your enemies off guard. And finally, the alchemy cauldron. This can be used to custom brew a multitude of mixtures, from replenishing health and restoring stamina to curing yourself of nasty status effects. These concoctions are sure to aid you on your journey.
I think this actually looks pretty cool, which is why I'm gonna feel a little bit bad saying that I almost fell asleep. I'm a little bored.
Magic spell you always had your eyes on.
And it sucks because I think this actually looks kind of okay.
The volatile variant that has even more boom.
I don't know that I would necessarily play it myself,
but maybe you want a change of pace.
If it was on like Game Pass or something, I would maybe try it, but I probably wouldn't pay for it.
Too. Besides, there's a whole world to explore, and quirky characters from all walks of life.
But I mean, mainly because I already kind of have my fantasy thing that is going to take me like all year to get through, so...
You might find yourself involved in...
I don't need another one, you know?
Local peacekeeper catch the criminal behind the death of her beloved friend. Or maybe you're on a mission to rid Vahrin of the Gnomi scourge that plagues the city.
The Gnomi?
Crazy guy in an outhouse? Called you a hero?
I know the truth!
Maybe we should stick to the main task at hand after all. Vahrin's Call is soon to release on PC with full controller support, with the aim of releasing on consoles at a later date.
Woo, PC!
Inspired by classics like Fable and The Elder Scrolls, so if this sounds like your kind of...
Oh man, the trolls are kind of cool looking though. It's kind of a cool looking enemy. I like it.
We'll see you mercenaries soon.
That actually looks pretty okay. That looks kind of okay. Too bad my plate is full. My cup runneth over with games. No way. Lair? The follow-up to Lair? Let's fucking go. Hell yes. How could that game type fail twice? How could a dragon riding game fail twice? There's no way. This dude, this is Lair. Oh, I'm so into it. I love it. Seems neat enough for me. I think the last time I got really into a game like that was Kingdoms of Amalur. I really liked Kingdoms of Amalur. There have been some here and there that I've also liked, but that was the last one that I think I got like super into. You know, Lair might have actually been kind of cool if not for the fact that you had to control it using this 6-axis crap. I have a friend who bought this exact game in early access 7 different times and they never get beyond the "we're working on the text" stage. Listen, if WoW can do dragon riding, any game can do dragon riding, okay? If WoW can do it, anybody can do it. Lair was infuriating because of the 6 axes. Yeah, dude, it was. It really was. We had like nothing else though.
First question.
Lair would have been better if it ran at 60.
Going to be because the most common.
Not wrong.
The original Outward was okay. This is like, does it have to be so hard?
I actually got to play the game in the alpha version, and I got my ass kicked.
I'm glad.
Deserved. But it's actually
The frame rate was terrible. If I remember correctly, didn't it have like obnoxious motion blur that a lot of
there's, like,
early PS3 games had as well?
you can camp like right outside.
Like I remember Lair had so many issues.
Like your weapons and everything to wreck the enemy, because if you don't prepare, oh, you're in trouble.
It's no
Very quintessential early PS3 game.
survival. And when I was,
I mean, if there was other options, I wouldn't have bought it, probably.
And
I was so into Lair, dude. I was so into the idea of Lair that I was so disappointed actually playing it.
And they will have a pack mule, which he said, of course, shocker, can die if you don't take care of it.
Of course.
But it's, one of the big struggles was with inventory and spacing along other struggles that players had to really try and, play out this game. Like you were saying earlier, you can't dilly.
What other early PS3 games were there? Heavenly Sword was good. I like that game.
But another big one was dual wield.
That was early, right? Heavenly Sword.
Thing in the game, you can even double shoot.
Wasn't there like a Motor Storm?
Recommended.
I want to say.
Shoot, super close.
He really loved.
I bought Folklore.
These niche.
Or is it Folktale? I think it's Folklore.
In your ankle, you can
That RPG.
perforate a lung. Trauma. She has clearly sprained it. You can sprain.
Early PS3 was weird. Those were weird days.
It will all impact you, and all these
weird games.
Like, take different lengths of time to recover.
Enslaved.
That's a concussion.
Journey to the West. Yeah.
Really tough.
As well.
Yeah, that was okay.
What were you doing? What were you doing out of game?
It was kind. No, it was just kind of like a play on because
That Sun Wukong
a concussion.
Journey to the West story type thing that they did.
In game.
Sounds like the most hardcore of hard.
That dude had the monkey tail.
It was really fun, and
I don't remember his name.
and then things become a lot more bearable.
They've showed the split screen.
Yeah, so
it
you can
looks
play
awesome.
split screen with your friends, and it's really nice. Especially because then
Do you think that's somebody's house, or do you think that's a set?
got beaten up. So and then
It's probably a set, right?
Together.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Forsaken Realms, Vahrin's Call. We were all sitting here saying it looks.
It looks sick.
Most importantly, controllers. I can play that one. I was trying to put my finger on what the vibe was, and at the very end of the trailer, they say inspired by games like Fable. They really struck an interesting vibe. It seems like it's got a lot of soul and heart in it. Talked about
There's rumors that we're gonna see
something I noticed.
gameplay for the new Fable
When a flute starts playing,
coming up.
fantasy game.
Not here, but
He was like,
soon from the next thing there, the next showcase.
Really nice. It looks very well detailed and.
Airbnb? Yeah, it might be an Airbnb. As big, we built a house set off as building vibes. Yeah, right.
Quest line, the main story.
Like a house,
is also an expansive
a house set built in like a
bunch of little side stories.
in a warehouse or something.
These individual side characters and help them catch their chicken.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
murder mystery or whatever it is. And I feel like that's what builds out a world and makes it feel more full. So I think it looks great. Third, we had Dragontwin. I don't even know if we're.
Let's ride!
Dude, you can make your own dragon. There's a character creator for your dragon.
Did you see the neck customizer? I mean, Jake was like. To be fair, is very early in production. They're working on all these systems for Dragon Flight, and as they mentioned in the trailer, it's still a work in progress. They're finding the game and what it's going to be based on funding, Patreon support.
It's Lair. They're making Lair.
I mean, just
it's called Lair. It came out like 20 fucking years ago.
where you're in command of dragons like Khaleesi. Inject that into my.
No, not like Khaleesi, like Lair. Like the game Lair. The failure Lair. The flop Lair.
You're like, wait a second. So you see, and you're like, of course. Yeah. Of course I need that.
This room looks like it's half a gymnasium deep. Porn house? It could be a porn house.
Amazing.
But they left the combat pretty open-ended. Like we saw some battle scenes, we saw some light with other dragons maybe fighting, and how that's going to come into play, I'm really curious
The
about.
movement, I mean, you're going to get.
Person who edited this is Lair pilled.
Shots you're going to get with that dragon is going to be crazy.
Next up, we have some exclusive content coming from.
Oh, the cube.
Comparison of the twins from Atomic Heart. Now in the cube, a very exciting game I think we're all looking forward to.
Are they going to show actual gameplay stuff or what?
Shots from their DLC number 4. On top of that, there is
You know,
also
at some point I'm gonna
that we had in
pop
the
some.
interview with that Jake hosted.
I'm gonna pop some pills and play that
behind it,
Atomic Heart DLC that made me motion sick. I'm gonna pop some nausea pills and just get through it. Because Atomic Heart is kind of fun. It's stupid, but it's kind of fun. I just really hate the main character. He's the worst. Remember the Cube movies? I do. They're all right there. I think I'm pointing to them in the camera there. They're all right there. This is probably going to get me copyright claimed, this song, right? I assume. So that's why I was saying I just got to get through that other DLC. I've played 2 of them, right? You would think I would know because I've been going through all my VODs the last week.
Yeah, it is. It's
I don't remember. I might have missed another one, actually. I might have only played 1. I don't remember.
Barely believe it myself.
This is the same trailer that they showed originally.
When it showed up, I was in the lab. I didn't even see it. You know? I felt that same fear, though. A terrible sense of my own powerlessness.
This is a multiplayer thing, right?
How did the whole of humanity miss it?
That is not good body armor.
And did we actually miss it? What if the cube didn't appear, but revealed itself? What if it was always...
PvPvE thing, right.
Started to see it.
Right. Which reminds me, I've kind of been wanting to play the Hunt Showdown again. Y'all remember the Hunt Showdown? The game's kind of okay. The problem is that playing it now, everybody that's been playing it has been playing it. Sweaty bastards. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get back in. Thank God she had that little piece of fabric covering her vagina. Otherwise, this would be a demonetized stream. Thank God. I gotta say, I love this stupid horniness of Atomic Heart and its robots. So weird. Isn't that his wife, too? The main character's wife? I gotta look up the names of the Atomic Heart DLCs.
So Immortal Gates of Pyre is an attempt to modernize and make more accessible the RTS genre while simultaneously keeping all of the complexity and the opportunities for mastery that have made RTS so popular over the years. So it's I would refer to it as a Blizzard-style RTS.
Yeah, I only did Annihilation Instinct. Trapped in Limbo made me feel sick, and I never did Enchantment Under the Sea.
In part because it was dominated
I have
by
2 to get
players.
through. Holy shit.
Never really went through the kind of indie.
That's just the Protoss. You're not even trying.
Some of the companies that tried to do
My life for hire.
stripping away features or losing some of the things that really made RTS great. In the early days, we surveyed a lot of players in both MOBA and RTS communities and found that they really loved the fantasy of commanding an army. RTS, at the end of the day, if you were to strip it all away, is just you're commanding an army, another guy's commanding an army in real time.
Yeah.
Right? Because you get individual unit control, it can be very overwhelming.
Homer is very excited right now.
Because you're building
seeing another RTS in the year of our Lord 2026.
Microing simultaneously, that for most players it just gets overwhelming and complicated. And so we worked through it kind of line by line, trying to figure out what are the rote tasks, what are the things that players are required to do that are not really decisions, that are more just chores, right? And how do we make more and more of the complexity in the game, but optional? opt-in. We refer to it as opt-in complexity. And then simultaneously, how do we create
The last RTS I played
and game modes that people want to be a part
was
of?
StarCraft 2.
To take this genre and show people this genre isn't dead.
That being said, I will play the new Dawn of War. I will play that. It looks awesome. It honestly looks so good.
And a lot of that
You've been playing Tempest Rising. It's a good Command and Conquer successor.
You always have to be building workers. If you're not building workers, you're falling behind on your economy and you're screwed. The correct move, with very few exceptions, is to build a worker every chance you get. So we made that automated, but have a toggle. If you want it turned off,
this legitimately looks like we have StarCraft at home.
Attack you can, but we took that complexity.
Not to be rude, but
one of the other things is how in MOBAs you have a unified command card, right? All of the abilities,
RTS slop
are easy to reach. You can hit all of those buttons very quickly.
Pretty good.
With one hand. We redesigned the UI UX to be the same.
Like there's the
so
scouts.
You select your whole army with one button.
There's some Templars.
And all of the abilities.
Those look like Dragoons, maybe?
Also on that one unified command card. One of the things that people often tell us is that when they watch,
it's a focus on competitive multiplayer that makes the games boring and stops them from being experimental. See, what I want is just kind of a fun story mode type thing with where you control like 1,000 dudes just annihilating another army.
Strategy gaming space.
So the new Dawn of War is probably gonna be that.
Build a game
I would guess.
Really is the next generation of RTS. What does it look like? And that's what we set out to do. The 1v1 or 2v2 PvP experiences, they're similar to a StarCraft or a StarCraft 2. You know, maps. We did.
I mean, he literally just like
designed the mechanics in a way that 2v2 is actually really fun. It's a core support gameplay mode. And players, including pro players, have actually really enjoyed doing 2v2 tournaments. But the ultimate goal is to destroy the enemy's town centers, and so it's kind of a tactical back and forth with counters and strategic snipings and using immortal abilities in clever ways. So it's great for mastery and laddering and skill gain. Ultimately, or at least the goal, is to have other PvP modes that are more casual or more playful, kind of some chaos modes, auto battler modes, things like that, where if you just have 10 minutes and you want to have a beer while doing.
I hate having to micromanage specific unit abilities. You just like to build large armies. Have you checked out the Total War series ever, Mark?
The target market that we're looking at is people that like to be challenged.
Those are kind of fun.
But don't necessarily.
Those games are kind of huge, though.
APM and don't want to get.
I've never played more than like 4 hours of a Total War game at one time.
A full grand campaign. The inspiration for how we kind of want, or how we see the ideal campaign, if we can build it, is very similar to Dark Crusade. It's a grand campaign. You can be kind of any of these different factions and conquering territory and building new and unique stories.
Next up, we have what I'm calling kind of a Western section. We have some new footage from the game X-Killer. That's going to be Paradark Studio. There is Far, Far West from Evil Raptor and Erosion from Plot Twist.
That looks way more cyberpunky than I thought. Jesus.
Welcome to the world of Execular.
Execular.
The creators of the game.
And this is gameplay overview. Execular is a first-person action-adventure game that encourages exploration, rewards curiosity,
and never holds your hand.
You play as Denzel Phoenix, an Execular, a corporate bounty hunter.
Execulars hunt down fugitives and reclaim souls from those who try to escape the system.
One of the game's
I ain't gonna lie, I was expecting to not like this.
By the Aphelion Corporation.
This looks kinda cool.
Where you accept contracts, upgrade your gear, and prepare for missions.
Job well done, contract fulfilled.
The game is structured in chapters, and almost everyone...
Very cyberpunk. Very cyberpunky. I like cyberpunk style, so...
Outside the tower lies a harsh, scorched desert. You travel through it in a heavily modified car, designed to protect you from extreme conditions, such as heat, and radiation. Inside the vehicle, you have access to your computer, storage, and a working radio.
That reminds me, I need to go back and play more Pacific Drive. I didn't love the gameplay loop of that game, but it has so much style and cool things about it. This one I would probably check out, depending what else is out. I would probably check this out. Jesus Christ.
Survival is core part of the experience.
Inventory space is limited, and every item matters.
Western Blade Runner. Yeah, kind of, right?
Careful decisions about what to carry and what to leave behind.
Very Fallout.
Helion's
Very Fallout-like.
systems allow you to hack devices, pick locks, and access restricted areas.
Your cybernetic implants help you uncover hidden elements and investigate the environment.
What can I say? I like retro futuristic type tech stuff, right? Where it's like, yeah, it's the future and tech and all that, but also it's the West and everything's shitty. I like that shit.
There's no single way to complete a contract. Stealth, dialogue, and combat are all valid approaches and can be freely combined.
In Exekiller, every decision matters.
What's it gonna be? Plata or muerte?
You know what's good about that title, Exekiller
on Steam,
Exekiller or whatever,
Hi,
is that
Robert
for SEO, that is a title you can look up on Google and you will only get the game.
6-person team at Evil Raptor.
Unless there's like
1-to-4 player co-op PvP.
Unless there's like a program or whatever.
Robot cowboys in a weird western world. Work together to kill bosses, collect bounties, and cleanse the lands of the evil enemy invaders. Today, I'm going to talk you through a short, single-round session of Far Far West. Here, we're exploring the Far Far West hometown, an evolving space where you can upgrade your weapons, spells, and character.
This is that Man vs. Machine Team Fortress 2 type thing, by the looks of it, huh? Or do you actually, like, go somewhere? Oh, I thought maybe you just get attacked consistently.
Now that we have dropped into the map, it is time to head to our first objective. We can travel around the map much faster with the use of our trusty horses, which you can summon with the press of a button.
This might actually get some of the TF2 crowd.
Spells to do damage or heal myself and teammates.
I think it has kind of the same vibe and feel going on.
Make their effects more powerful, spread their damage further, or
for that PvE thing, anyway. Obviously not PvP, but
to summon this boss, we need to do the obvious: launch a nuke at its nest. So let's.
If this is on Game Pass or something, I would play this. I would try this.
When playing co-op,
it looks
you
fun.
have to work together as a team to complete the objectives and defend yourself from enemy attacks. Right now, we're throwing sticks of dynamite to my teammate for him to put in the rocket, of which he is actually only catching a few. While carrying out objectives, you will attract the attention of the enemy hordes, who will try and stop you.
Yeah, this looks fun.
Now
this looks okay.
Rocket all powered up, let's launch it at the boss nest to really make it angry. This bounty is far from over. Now we have to take the beast down.
Desert Rock West.
Let's summon the boss and get this party started. We won and the boss is dead, but we aren't safe yet. So let's get to the station to get the last train out of town.
I think my enjoyment of this game would be who I'm playing it with, obviously, but how many bosses are there? If it's just like the one boss and one map, I think like
alive.
I would play it like twice.
Which means we get to keep the resources we found along the way.
If there are multiple different bosses,
Even more and be stronger for the next bounty. This was just one simple game of Far Far West. There are multiple bosses, maps, objectives, weapons, spells, upgrades,
well, there you go.
medics, all unlockable through play. You can play the playtest with your friends right now.
Yo, if anybody wants to play that sometime, maybe next weekend, why don't we do that?
As a parent, you've got one job.
I'm gonna forget what it's called.
Whatever happens, you do it or die trying.
You know what game was awesome?
You don't stay dead.
Enter the Gungeon. Enter the Gungeon was a cool-ass game. This song is definitely gonna hit me for copyright. Definitely gonna get hit for copyright. I gotta see why I'm being messaged. Hold on. Okay, good. I'm not being messaged. It's just the work group chats talking to each other. Hell yeah. Love to see it. I sometimes feel like I'm the only person that kind of doesn't love the voxel blocky look. It was like kind of fun for a while. I don't know. I'm not a fan. That's why I don't really like the 3D voxel type or 3D pixel type look. That's probably a better way to put it. Voxels are okay. And the reason I don't like it, well, maybe not the reason, but it's the reason I don't like the 2.5D type games that they keep doing. Like,
Next up, we have a very exciting.
what are they called now?
People who like competitive games, shooter
Like
games.
the remakes of like
that Jake did with the
Bravely Default, I think, is one of them. Octopath Traveler, some of the remakes, like I don't like that look at all.
original creator.
I just like Sword and Sorcery, thin like pixel. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either.
So Pizza and Sand Raiders of Sophie by
The Dragon Quest it's such a shame because I really want to play the Dragon Quest remix. This is The Division. I love The Division.
If you imagine a real world location, the most important city in the United States, Washington, D.C., completely ravaged by a pandemic. And
I dream about it every... I can't say stuff like that.
Worst blizzard of
it would be horrible.
And you...
it would be horrible.
Have to survive and extract the most valuable resources. And of course,
just give us Division 3 already, right?
So what are we doing? Like, we can't rest on our laurels, our 10-year-old laurels from survival. So we're reimagining it. We're bringing this snowstorm, this weather change to Washington.
Yeah, dude, I'm super excited for the 7 remake.
Never seen
super excited.
In Washington, D.C. We're going to transform the entire map. We're thinking about it in a very different way, with innovations that haven't been seen yet. There's a focus on this to make it such a different feeling experience from the core Division 2 experience. I think we've got something super, super promising here. Survivors is developed with Magnus Jensen, who is the original Division 1 creative director. So this is a guy who lives and breathes the Division. He's so excited about jumping into this type of game mode again. And there is a hint in the title of something that we're going to be doing really differently from everybody else. We always develop with a player in mind, with player types in mind. And I think here we have to acknowledge that the Division 2 has a large player base of passionate gamers. And one of the things is really lean into the sort of comfort game of the Division 2. People are happy to jump in, know their way around the controller, know their way around the map. They know how to play this game. So we're going to take that and subvert it a little bit and change the map and make sure that the weather has an impact on you, which it doesn't have in Division 2. So there are lots of little things that we're doing to surprise our core audience. Veteran players, they're going to be surprised. All of these locations that they know by heart, they're going to be transformed. So the Division 3 is in production, right? This
Hell yes.
Secret, it's been announced. It's shaping up.
Shit, motherfucker, why did you just say so?
I can't really say anything more than
That's literally all I wanted to hear.
Within these walls in Massive, we are working extremely hard on something that I think will be as big an impact as Division 1 was. There's a team in Paris working on this, and they're putting the final touches on a mobile execution of the promise of Division 1. So, Division 1, New York, pandemic strikes.
Stop wasting your time, dude.
This is a brand new story with mechanics that are...
Oh, I hate that. I'm gonna actually have to play this shit.
Graphically, this looks like a PS5.
No, it doesn't. You lying sack of shit. That does not look like a PS5.
It plays really good. And it has a few innovations. You know, the Dark Zone, this area of atypical PvP. It was an area where, much like other games today, popular games today, you could walk around, you could hear gunshots, go over there, there'd be another agent. You'd approach cautiously, feel each other out, and decide whether to partner or to actually engage in PvP. The whole of the Resurgence map is friendly to other agents. So you'll hear gunshots on a corner. You won't need to be in the Dark Zone. It could be anywhere, and you can group with those people. So PvP is off by default, but being able to group up and to see other agents in the streets, that's never been done in a Division game before, let alone a mobile game.
That true? Is that because that their player base is so much less now that they can actually accomplish that? Like, I don't want to be a jerk about it, but is that because you've lost like hundreds of thousands of people playing it regularly? Points to a phone. This is a PS5. Stupid. What a stupid thing to say. What is going on? It's just nothing but noise. It's just nothing but noise. Dude, this looks like SWAT 4. This looks like an old Tom Clancy game. Remember when we used to play Arma, like, all the time? That was really fun. Alpha response. Okay then. Original concept by Kev. Remember Fragpunk? The game we played at the start of last year? That shooter? That game that we just saw has very much the same vibe going for it, I think. Especially with, like, mechanically the cards. I'm guessing in between maps or whatever.
Last Man Sitting is a game where you blast through the environment mounted on an office chair. So you're always on an office chair, and you also have a freaking gun. So movement-wise, it sort of feels a bit like you're skating, but it's also most definitely a shooter.
And you guys also described the game as a battle royale. So does it lean BR? Is it more shooter? Is it a mix of both? How's that go?
So many years ago, there's early like prototypes of the game. It was a battle royale game. And it sort of went viral and got like a lot of followings based on some short videos of the game. But then as we developed the game more, we found that we wanted to gravitate away from that a bit. So we saw some limitations with the battle royale gameplay. Eventually the game became more like more of a 4-player chaotic PvP shooter, more like a shooter version of Super Smash Bros., which is like one of our favorite games at the office. There's like
yeah, I'm probably passing on this one too, Mark.
Also, we worked.
But now everyone is sick of battle royale.
We also made a PvE mode.
Hey man, there's nothing wrong with pivoting when you know that nobody wants it anymore.
So it's more like
if you're able to pivot, you should probably.
Against your manager.
Nobody knows what the fuck to make.
The floor
True.
Office building. You have to survive.
Oh, that's easy. All you have to do is remake a classic IP.
More numerous.
That's all you have to do.
Time goes by.
So instead of making this, they probably should have
and you level up.
Remade Ultima Online or something. I don't know.
You get even more power-ups when playing the PvE game mode. So that's when it gets really ridiculous.
Okay.
Then you can unlock, of course, new weapons, new characters, new abilities. You can upgrade your chair, so you can.
That was one of my questions. So
we looked a lot at this like early 2000s aesthetic. Which we thought was like really cool, especially like when we.
This looks like a Gary's Mod game.
You know, what if the
in my opinion,
it's just that like
I play an Ultima Online remake. See, we got one. We got one.
XP, and you have that those little square windows. And you have the font that we all remember. So eventually, the game sort of became more of this like 2000s nostalgia type game. We also have a lot of like Counter-Strike players at the office. So that's definitely something that I think has had its imprint on the game as well. Imagine it's 2002 and you're listening to punk music and you're playing on your Windows XP computer. That's sort of the feeling that we want the game to have.
Counter-Strike 1.62. You sold me, Homer. I'm in. It's just yet another arena shooter? Yeah, kind of. So this game looks like... Remember Guns of Icarus? This is basically that, right? Oh, you build? Oh, maybe not, actually. I thought it was more like you're... like, using a Dawnwalker thing here with a party. Interesting. No, it's completely different than I thought, actually. Do you think you can make a giant spider? Just make Wild Wild West again. Madman lost his damn mind in the West.
Next up, we have a section that a couple of us
Old school RuneScape.
very excited about. This is the 25th year that Jagex has been making RuneScape at this point, which is extremely impressive. I know Jake and I have been playing it our entire lives. We've got old school RuneScape, we've got RuneScape 3, and we have Dragon Wilds.
The Trinity!
Right, so 3 games, massive games that have been around for a long time, a lot of people have heard of.
I think we should just give the room to Jake.
I love it here. This
Use
is
the
my
bathroom real quick.
This is my favorite part for all you RuneScape fans.
When we all arrived here, the first thing I saw was...
Isn't Void Crew also like Guns of Icarus? I think so, yeah.
Sometimes you guys...
That game seems cool.
How Hunter has
That game seems cool.
monitor just
He does this.
Really? I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
These guys are real
Lower level?
fans,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I'm north of 1800 now.
I'm over 2100.
I knew
so
that's why I didn't want to answer, because I knew you were going to lead into it. Anyway, Jagex has given us a variety of exclusives across all 3 games. We're super happy to talk about it.
I feel like I'm the only person in the world who didn't play a lot of RuneScape.
Varlamore with
I played like
favorite, the
an
Nim-
hour of it.
Just AFK there, it's awesome. Has the Delve, with Doom. They have the Gridmaster this year, which was super fun. I played that one. They also added sailing.
You've never played it?
The first
I don't think you're missing out at all.
in old school RuneScape had a lot of back and forth.
I really think RuneScape was for a certain kid and time.
The exclusive they gave us was
And that's why a lot of people love it, because those kids are now like the influencers that are between the ages of like 20 to 30 or something. But I don't know. I've always kind of thought RuneScape sucked.
So that was League 6 Demonic Packs.
Some great music though. I gotta say, there's some music from RuneScape that's just chef's kiss.
Engaging time periods of RuneScape. I think you see player peaks every time. So I imagine a lot of those WoW players are going to come back and be a part of that. Outside of that, RuneScape 3 was also in the news a lot this year.
For a variety of reasons. One of the biggest ones being they've removed the biggest monetization methods they had in the game, which was widely talked about and has been for probably next to a decade. You know, obviously in the MMO genre, you have to make money to sustain such big games and big servers for a reason and to keep these updates coming. They're not small teams. And so it was that community battle of like, we need monetization, but
Homer, what would it take to get all of us into RuneScape?
I think we also have some reveals of some
You, me, Mark,
camping, which is very
Ace,
cool. They're trying to
maybe John, if he ever logs back on.
As an old school player log on,
just everybody play RuneScape
most of the time. So
for
that's
the
very
whole
cool.
year.
Gave us the image of
Just ignore every other game.
which looks fire.
We just do RuneScape now.
actually have one behind me.
This is Jake's Avengers Endgame.
Oh, man.
And then finally, we also had Dragon Wilds.
Yeah, sure. That was way too easy.
We are
Chop wood for 3 months? Fuck yeah, let's go.
we are big fans of those types of games. Valheim, we spent a ton of time on. So when RuneScape announced this, we were super stoked personally and played it. They're in early access, but they talk a lot about their 1.0 release and everything that's coming.
For those unaware, Dragon Wilds is the survival game inspired by RuneScape. And so being a big survival game guy and my love for RuneScape, it was kind of the mixing of both worlds. So Dragon Wilds was always going to be a big thing for me. And as you said, it is early access, still developing. They are aiming for that full release though. It's still a great game and getting better and better.
If you like games like Valheim or Enshrouded, I would say this is the kind of game
100%.
you would like to play because it's just like that. You can.
Oh yeah, Valheim was actually good.
In making it better.
Valheim was super fun.
Also adding.
I would love to get back into Valheim
We
actually.
talked about that with like the Cube. It's cool to see a world you already love in another format.
The fresh twist.
Yeah.
They already have released their roadmap, but we have a lot of cool stuff that is coming to the game that RuneScape players will recognize. New skills come out at each time, so fishing, prayer, agility. You're gonna get mithril armor, rune armor.
They still haven't finished Valheim? It's not in 1.0? Good lord.
Coming with the 1.0 update like over time. And then we got the first.
That's horrible.
Dowden Reach, which is their next region. You're gonna recognize these Black Knights, which look a lot scarier than from,
he's not gonna make it
from RuneScape. If this is the Black Knight's fortress, it looks absolutely incredible.
Incredible.
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Right.
I don't know if I'm going to continue after this segment.
You guys have heard me and Jake talk way too much about this. We also have a message from a couple of creators that you might recognize from the RuneScape community.
RuneScape and Jagex has just turned 25 years old. And the recent
I don't think I'm going to recognize any of these people, unfortunately.
to come over the course of 2026 and beyond. is something that, as a player myself of RuneScape for 23
Man, I kind of wish I had a standing desk. I would totally stand right now.
I think the game right now, old school RuneScape, is in the best place it's ever been. But Jagex as a company is turning into potentially being the best they have ever actually been. In 2025, over old school RuneScape, we didn't just have many different pieces of content, such as Sailing, Balamar, Royal Titans, a duo boss that came to the game. We actually also
recommend them.
All-time high player count since the game actually released over a decade ago. That is crazy. It's absolutely incredible. But that is not the end. We still have 2026 to come, and the things that are coming in 2026 are going to be crazy. We have the Blood Moon.
I love thinking about playing EverQuest.
The phenomenon potentially of the more.
I mean, the real game to play is WoW.
The second most excited for behind Rage.
I don't care what y'all say. WoW has its ups and downs. It has some expansions that are fucking awful. It has some parts that are awful. But I still love that game.
And if that is not
I still love that game as like a part of my soul.
One thing about League 6, and that is League 6 demonic pacts.
I love the good as much as I love the bad in that thing.
League 6 will be coming most likely in Q4 of 2026. Can't fact check that. I do not know. But that means League 6 may contain Blood Moon Rises and Raids 4 inside of whatever League 6 is going to be, and that is going to be incredible. As for RuneScape 3, I'm not a huge player or ambassador of RuneScape 3. I am more on the old school side, but there is a massive update that occurred earlier on that I was able to get behind, and so did all of the old school RuneScape community and basically anybody inside the community. And that was the removal of a microtransaction called Treasure Hunter. And finally, RuneScape Dragon Wilds. I played it when it first came out with Ashen Veil, I believe it was called. And then the most recent expansion, Fell Hollow. I recently have played that one as well, and I have completed it. And Dragon Wilds is a game where it's not even fully released. But when I say that, 2026, Dragon Wilds will be fully released to everybody, completely done. But you can play it now. You will only just get the first 2 expansions. And the first 2 expansions as a standalone game is incredible. I cannot wait to see the expansion to the entire thing when we get the entire world, the entire universe of what's going on there. So far, the gameplay is incredible. Whoever's working behind that team, honestly, I feel Dragon Wilds, when it's released later this year, I don't know when, again, it's going to be a masterpiece when it's fully done, when you can start a new character, go through Ashen Veil, go through Fell Hollow, and then go through the next 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, whatever level of different realms there's going to be. But you can still play it now, early, and you can play the expansions as they release. Right now, we have Ashen Veil, we have Fell Hollow, and we will be getting another expansion fairly soon into 2026, and that will be the release of the Mithril, and I think the Fishing Skill. Honestly, Jagex, 25-year anniversary, the game, the company, everything, it's looking good, and I'm very, very excited for the future.
And if you guys haven't yet, make sure to go play RuneScape, one of the greatest games of all time.
Oh, hey, Dark Light.
Next up, we have a group of 4 games, that being Darklight Survivor coming from Mirai & Co.
It does seem like we have kind of a horror block here.
Wake from Reality Art Studio, Nested Lands from 1M Fits Horde.
Whoa, I don't know about greatest. You know what one of the greatest games of all time was? Hellgate London. Okay, maybe not the greatest of all time, but there's a fondness I have for that setting in that game and like the vibe of it. The reason I brought that up is because parts of this has kind of given me that vibe again. Even though it's kind of a different look completely. It was extremely unique, yes. The problem was that you spent so much time in the fucking subway, in the tunnels. Some news on the new Hellgate would be cool, I agree. I don't think we're gonna get that here, though. I'd be surprised. So is this just like a Serious Sam type thing? Just being attacked by a bunch of stuff? Is this a Vampire Survivors like? Is this Survivor Slop? Because wasn't the original Dark Light, wasn't it like a Metroidvania? 2D Metroidvania?
Bring out your dead.
Probably not till next year sometime, still probably a ways out, yeah.
Your dead.
I would assume so.
You smell like shite.
That dude got alerted to his presence by the smell. Ugh. You're a village chief now. Stay clean.
Bring out your dead.
Oh, they probably smelled death on him.
Bring out your dead.
Nested Lands. Early access in like 10 days. Interesting. You know what else is in like 10 days? New Silent Hill movie. Oh good, a Backrooms game. There's not nearly enough of these. Thank God. So are you like being chased or something? Or what's going on here? Yo, what up, Gucci? Hola. Tape 101. This is like the real Backrooms game? What does that mean, the real one? It's empty and spooky.
For eternity, I struggle to become an aspect of
So the horror is just the liminal space, not like an actual monster in it?
honor.
Is that what you mean? It's him! It's Sauron!
Glory of angels. Let it in. Let it burn your flesh. Let it burn your soul.
It's all the same? Okay, gotcha. I didn't know if maybe you knew something. Fair enough. I do not know why, but I was not expecting a first-person game. Is this like that Witchfire game? Looks a little bit like it. This is actually nice looking. Not that you could tell from the terrible bitrate from the stream. But like, the environments and stuff are very cool looking. Cool lighting and everything. Is it in that like universe though? Like, I know this isn't Witchfire specifically. It has kind of the same feel to it, though. With the weaponry. Unawake. Alright, fair enough, I guess.
Next
Oh,
up, we have a
yeah!
segment where we
Oh, I'm so excited.
with the executive producer over all
Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy is like one of my games I'm looking forward to the most this year.
By enemies from within. By enemies from without. By enemies from beyond.
Part of me kind of wanted to play Divinity again.
Imagine you're playing inside Warhammer universe by the guys who can't use the army, who need to find this particular person in charge of bad things to make Imperium stand for one more day before grumbling to dust. That's basically how I would describe it. Just imagine the true Warhammer.
No, not Dragon Commander.
Where no choices are
Original Sin.
But you don't.
It's like Divinity and Lair. Oh, good.
Way. You need to get your hands dirty, and it's just.
Me too, Mark. Me too.
How precisely you will achieve this. One of the most significant changes that any player would experience compared to the Rogue Trader would be more stakes, more value in a surrounding, in any environment that you're playing with. The covers, the line of sights, we read how they are calculated, how they are working, and how much benefit they providing to the party. So it's basically would be more playing around the environment. We abandon the step up mechanics. So if you're ending your turn behind some wall, you are behind some wall. There won't be one circle around you that allows you to step up of this cover and to shoot at anything.
Nice. Good.
So the place where you start your turn, the place where you're ending your turn would be more significant. Other thing is role-playing model. There are way more roles being made inside the combat. Lots of the things making you roll something, lots of the things make your opponents roll something. So it's not just your weapon skill or ballistic skill, it's way more significant influence of the role-playing choices that you've made previously. Almost all of the combats in the game will have alternative ways to finish them, not just killing all of your enemies. We are allowing player to target specific parts of the body of the enemies, and by doing this we're allowing to make your opponent lose an option to move or lose an option to
nice dismemberment
use abilities. There are different ways how you
That's cool.
tactically approach your desire, your design of how to proceed with the combat. And of course there is a whole new subsystem that came on a change of the momentum. This is a morale system. Momentum was a party based, and you spend it to activate some heroic moments of your companions. For the Dark Heresy, we feel...
Dude, there's not nearly enough 40k game stuff revolved around Battle Sisters of any sort.
For your party. We are not just telling a story.
They're all so fucking dope.
Or the words of in the dialogue, no. We're actually making cases. We're actually making the culprits. We're actually collecting and interpreting evidence and discussing them with your retinue and analyzing them and making conclusions. There are some other mighty forces inside the scintilla because you're not playing in a vacuum and you need to struggle for power. But most of the time, you are playing as a person in charge, as a person that have authority, and the person who need to make hard choices. One of the most significant ways of the influence of a story for Dark Heresy would be your decision of which case is more important. For example, there is a under Spire slums, and this is a toxic waste. And the level of the toxic sea is growing. And if you're going there as a first place, there will be toxic waste somewhere nearby. And there will be people getting ready to be consumed by the toxic waste. But if you are going there late stage, there will be actual toxic sea, and you will be playing around it. There will be changes in the geometry, and changes in the combat encounters of how they are playing, changes in the narrative behind this, and changing based on the timings, how you decided how you approach this.
To venture forth into
the background blurring people use to their webcams always looks like ass.
uncharted void.
Yeah, it made me realize I have to do a lot of calls with people like regularly, right? And the smart ones, I think, are the ones that actually don't use the blur, but they use like
You can tell
the
us
fake
about
backgrounds.
new factions, new notable
Because like it still looks bad, but the fake background doesn't like do a weird blur bleed on them.
That you can potentially
Just every now and then you can see like a little bit of like an outline around them of their background. That's the way to go. Don't do the blur, do like just a fake background.
I won't share specifics not to spoil the fun, but it would be there. And there would be some brand new systems, like augments ones. You will be able to replace some parts of your body with interesting pieces of Imperium technology. There would be some elaboration on a story of the world behind the main road of the Inquisitor Calcasar's shenanigans. Let's say it like this. It would be some interesting dive on a past of the von Valancius dynasty, even further than Theodora. There would be some new takes on how dangerous wildlife can be. Other thing that definitely we will provide for the player is some vaults, the Treason vaults, some collections of pretty wild things.
I've heard really good things about Rogue Trader. I should play it.
Of course, this is a Rogue.
The thing that's kind of made me not want to play a lot of these games, honestly, is that Baldur's Gate 3 showed me that like streaming that game, nobody wants to watch like a giant story thing because it's way too big. Those games are way too big, and I get it. I didn't watch anybody play it either. I watched like VODs later of certain parts, but I wasn't gonna sit there for like 5 hours.
Provided to the players, so if you always wanted to replace the limbs of the Heinrichs with some like,
I think this would be the same issue.
You will have such an option, not just Iron Hands from the Biome.
It does look cool though, and I've heard good things about it.
It's the first DLC that allows us to expand the late game parts of the Rogue Trader and expand it, not make
Owlcat are cool, man.
Expand it in
It's a cool company.
100% of the different aspects of the game.
Next up, a few games.
Oh yeah, Towerborne's out now, isn't it?
Co-op games that I would have fun sitting and playing with people like at a party or with my family. This is going to be Towerborne coming from Stoic and Xbox Game Studios. We have Sprint City from Double Dutch Games.
Towerborne was kind of fun.
Speedrunner and
it's kind of a fun game.
Coming from Undercooked.
I played that at some point last year, I thought. Yeah. Does it look better than I remember?
I would describe this as a brawler meets action RPG. This is an awesome entry into the brawler space as somebody who tends to play a lot of RPGs and MMOs. So I have a lot of...
That reminds me, I gotta go back and finish Absalom at some point.
Less so and like...
Gotta get to the end, man. That game's hard. Like, I don't know what it is, but I find that game so difficult.
And compensate for that by finding nice little gear and little pieces to put together.
It's still in early access?
Eventually build...
oh, February it launches.
I find myself...
In 1.0.
Back and forth.
It just said.
Playtest.
Sick.
Between like, oh, I'm finding something that's a little difficult here. Well, what can I do with my gear set in order to tweak things? Or like, is there a different skill that I should pick up for this particular encounter? And then be able to go dive right back in. The player is an ace, which is a deathless defender of humanity, which is currently sequestered away on the Belfry, which is McLaren's background over there. It's a tower that was set up for mysterious purposes, but turned out to be a pretty good haven for folks after the fall of their stronghold, the City of Numbers. The player is helping humanity as they can, getting refugees to safety, battling the beastkin that have risen and have become incredibly aggressive, while ultimately attempting to find out why did Numbers fall and what conspiracy is still brewing there.
We wanted players to experience a brawler-type combat inside like a Diablo-style RPG gear sort of system, and so we've spent a lot of time over the last 6 months or so taking a ton of feedback from our players to really kind of hone that particular system. So players should be able to come in, pick one of the 4 classes that we have, They'll see a whole new set of skills. They'll find a whole bunch of new equipment. And the idea should be that they should feel like one of several heroes going in and just beating up a bunch of like awesome monsters. We've tried to add new enemies, new lieutenants, and new bosses. I think people are gonna feel like quite the adventure as they go into the updated version of Towerborne. Stoic has always tried to be player first. When we decided to do early access for Towerborne, a lot of that was born out of we had a vision of trying to evolve the brawler into something bigger, something that hadn't really been done before. And you can see other games have taken different routes. You know, some have taken kind of the roguelite route, some stayed into the traditional. We wanted to kind of expand it to more like the true action RPG. And in order to do that, early access was very, very important to figure out what was going to work and what wasn't. Simultaneously, we didn't want to.
I'm losing steam here, man.
Limbo.
Like,
I'm sure this is the kind of things that you would love to.
I am interested. Well, I mean, I know I like this game. I bought it. I've played it. So I know I like this game, and I'm gonna probably play it when it comes out again because I own it already.
Everything. Most of the feedback,
but like,
either kind of falls into an existing.
I'm losing steam fast. I'm tired. It's boiling hot in here.
Maybe you might get something new, but you look at it and you're like, yes, it's
need to see more games.
Reaching the kind of urgency that some of these other things are. We have a.
If I ever change my Twitch
kind of what the player
handle,
told us,
I think I'm gonna change it to see more games.
The best way we can deliver on that is just put your head down.
Like that see more butts
and create an
name or whatever, like fake name. I'm gonna be see more games, and all I'm going to do is watch trailers for games all day.
Absolutely was worth it.
That's what the stream will be.
In-day difference between what is in live right now and what I am receiving when you go into the 1.0.
One of the big pieces was that folks were big fans of certain pieces of.
Need the shortened edit of the shortened version. I need the abridged edit.
There was no cosmetic version of that.
Of this version.
You had to make the choice of like.
I'm not gonna lie to you, the thing I googled is New Game Plus Showcase abridged version, and nothing came out of that.
The ability to be able
that was the first thing I tried looking up.
Through writs, which are earned through completing adventures.
And so the idea initially with Towerborne was we just want to make a fun beat 'em up with a light story in the background. We weren't really going to lean into kind of the stoic.
Also, I need to be better about actually standing up and stretching every hour. I think that's a big issue.
And we expected, perhaps incorrectly, that
because I remember
the community
a little bit a while back, and I got up after an hour,
people were like,
just grabbed some water, moved around a little bit, and then like a couple hours later I did the same again, and I was able to stream for like 5 or 6 hours without issue.
Leading us through, and so
every time I sit here for like 3 hours without moving, it hurts, man. I'm too old.
From the jump. And so there's an arc now. There's a primary antagonist. You will understand that antagonist. You will confront that.
I'm too old and shitty to do this.
And so there's probably a 12 to 20-ish hour story arc now in the game that players can look forward to and feel like there's a resolution to the Towerborne.
Nice. This game seems like it's probably pretty fun. How could it not be, right? A standing desk would be pretty sick, man.
And in the studio based in Barcelona.
It would be pretty cool.
Focused on developing 3D platformers, but our studio is heavily influenced by arcade classics.
The idea they were going to follow up the Banner Saga with a game that wasn't going to have a story is nuts.
Our dream project. A step forward for the studio, combining everything we love.
I bet it probably felt good though, right? After you do a game with a whole lot of story, it probably feels good to do a game that's mechanically forward first and then put something in after.
Rack up points by chaining
I kind of get it.
explore huge levels, race against rival crews, and
I need a hand grip strengthener. That's true. I do, actually. I could use one of those. I can't get my GoPro working with my...
How you do it?
I can't get my GoPro working with my computer anymore, and I don't know why. I gotta work on that at some point too.
From our first trips in the late 90s, we've been obsessed by traveling across Japan by train and being able to dive into the local culture, getting to know the architecture, the landscapes, the folk.
Japan is sick.
We're always captivated by the sheer contrast of their peaceful countryside and the high energy of cities, which somehow feels connected and part of the same cultural rhythm. It's a never-ending source of inspiration that has been fueling our creative energy throughout all the years.
It's such a cool fucking country. For sure. And going across it on train is pretty sick.
Challenges to move forward. From
I get it.
arenas to compete for high scores to objective basic racing levels and even racing circuits.
The world is packed with a bunch of unique characters from different gangs and personalities that you will have to face on your journey through Japan. And with every new challenge, you will grow as a Denshi attacker and further add to the chaos. We've handcrafted every stage from the ground up, pulling from real-world locations to make every landscape different but recognizable. You will go really fast, but if you look closely, you'll catch references to
you will go really fast.
Culture.
You'll be fighting wild boss battles against gang leaders, which will test everything that you've learned. These are always full of surprises. You'll never know what secret technique your rival hides, so you'll have to get creative to overcome them with your train. They're a mix of spectacle, personality, and challenge that one could expect for an anime-style showdown made game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. I think it just looks fun.
Anime, skate games, and Japan's iconic train system.
It just looks fun, you know? It looks like a video game-ass video game.
Pun intended.
Wishlist now. We can wait to show you more.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Denshi Attack. It's the best game in the world.
See us.
Japan loves trains.
Hello, we're undercoders. Hello, Mr. Hello.
Wishlist now. Wishlist now. We can Wishlist now. We can't wait to show you more.
Oh man, we should play. What's this called again? Speedrunners or whatever? We should play that again. That was fun that one time. 8-player version seems ridiculous. Sprint City Q1, so sometime in the next couple months here. I just realized I can do this from my phone.
Okay, now we have a set of beautiful games.
Oh, I want to see the Eternal Life of Goldman. I want to play that so bad.
And THQ Nordic. We have Dust Fade from Weird Beluga in Fireshine, and another Fireshine game with Pugstorm called Core Keeper.
Core Keeper's fun. That's a cool game. Okay, Sprint City. Denshi Attack. I think that might already... That's not on my wish list yet. God damn. I'm almost certain this game is.
What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean he smashed?
What do you think? He fell from a great height.
Yes, this is on my wish list.
Did he...
Speedrunners was a good time, yeah.
Die?
I imagine he was crushed to a pulp. Do you think they'll ever find his body?
Mom!
Okay. I was just making sure you were paying attention.
I think this game is gonna live or die based on how good the control is, though, right? If that game is floaty at all, holy shit, that's gonna be so disappointing. Yeah, demo. I'm excited to try that demo out. Is it weird that these days I would almost rather play a demo for a game than the actual game? And then if I like it, I'll like take the time to really dive in. But like, just give me a demo. And then if I ever look at your game again, you know that I really loved it. Better than spending money on a full title, only play an hour or two. That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah, it's the desire to know. That's right. Boardkeeper's a really fun game. That's a cool game. I lost like a weekend to that game.
Do you want to die?
Really?
Hell yeah, we got a Korn song playing. That'd be so sick. Are you ready? This looks like it'd probably be kind of fun, actually.
Surprise!
Like, this seems like something I'd be into. I'd be more into it if it played porn.
You can't turn back,
but you know,
on my star. It'll be different, but you'll both be okay.
Very Keyblade type shit going on there. I would definitely give this game a shot. I don't know that I love the look of it, but I don't think it looks bad. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think it's bad looking aesthetically, but I don't know that I love it. Dusk Fade? I'll probably try that.
Next up, we have Shadow of the Road coming from Owlcat as well, with Another Angle Games being the dev. There is Starfinder from Epic Tellers, as well as Gallipoli from Black Mill Games.
Citizens of Nippon.
There is a demo
rises upon
for Dusk Fade.
Through progress,
so maybe we'll play that tomorrow.
We bring prosperity to.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get all up on the mic. I just had moved forward here. It kind of looks like Temu Kingdom Hearts. It kind of does. Yeah, it kind of does.
But our technology will protect your peace. Peace demands the sacrifice of those that stand in the way of progress.
My
glorious Emperor Mutsuhito.
My recommendations on Twitch, not Twitch, on Steam, the popular searches right now, Star Rupture, which I've heard things about. It doesn't look like something for me, but fine. Living with Sister, Monochrome Fantasy, so porn game. Sophie, the girl from the zone, porn game. But maybe most importantly, Fapout 69, radioactive symbol. You know I have to look at Fapout 69. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, of course, by developer and publisher Play and Come.
I am the co-founder at
My favorite developer publisher.
to tell you about our first game, Starfinder Afterlight, licensed.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
At its core, Starfinder Afterlight is a party-based RPG in a universe that mixes technology and magic. We focus on creating great storytelling inspired by movies like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Porn slop.
Shows like Fire.
Honestly, yeah. You know, there is a difference between like making an H game and actually like making a video game that has porn in it.
The demo you play as one of the
Fine,
companions.
I'm down, right? I'm okay, I'm down a clown. But I don't know if you've ever like looked at some of those games. There's literally so many of them that are just screenshots of AI generated like porn,
Our Kickstarter
and with like different like options to choose like
system is the main
basic shit, and people buy it. Like, what are you doing? At least buy it if it's a video game, you know? Holy shit. People are so stupid, man. In related news, I've started a game studio, and we will be releasing our first porn title in the next 2 months. And in semi-related news to that, talk to me now while you can, because I'm going to be rich and famous in 3 months.
Feeling of being naked, it's Lou. Her gaze is like an X-ray.
I'm moving the Bahamas with my millions.
On her face, she either thinks you're a joke, or it's her favorite song playing.
That was our narrator, Roger Clark, known from the Red Dead Redemption series, giving the right space western feeling we're looking for in the game.
Yeah, sorry to ruin happy hour for you, but I have bad news about the big one and the runt. Don't worry, I promise not to say I told you so.
Lou here is referring to Tycho and Cole, our friends, that, after a heist gone wrong, should meet us here. Lou seems to know something about them. If you push Lou about the information she's skipping, she's going to be annoyed, and that will lower your approval with her and limit your potential romance options.
Hold on, hotshot. I own the info. I choose how to deliver it. All right. They were ambushed at Secubot offices. They knew they were coming, so now the odd couple needs our help. Happy now?
We start the combat.
It seems to be a lot of
robots are looking for us.
Story forward or story first tactics CRPG type games, huh? Seems to be a bunch of those.
Close up.
The game uses the battle-tested system of Pathfinder 2nd Edition with 3 actions per turn.
Interesting. Okay.
She starts in a very good place. She's a support character, so it's better for her to stay behind. She will use the ability Get Them to give a bonus to...
Do you think this is because BG3, Baldur's Gate 3, was so popular? Do you think there's a bunch of indies and like smaller developers trying to get in on like, hey, we make those too, actually?
Now, for Sterling, what makes more sense is to close our...
I'm guessing Owlcat's been working on Dark Heresy for years, so I'm not necessarily talking about them. But like, this is probably very heavily inspired by the fact that Larian is like brought CRPGs and tabletop video gaming type stuff to like the forefront, right?
For combat, we decided to stay away from a grid-based system that gave the feeling of a tabletop simulator.
Okay, never mind about the tabletop thing. I mean, it's using Pathfinder rule set. It's tabletop.
Close up.
I don't care what you say. Also, it's using a ruler for moving. What do you mean? Everywhere the cursor goes shows how far. Oh, Eyes was trying to push Starfinder, a bunch of licensed stuff.
Hours in early access.
Oh, interesting.
We cannot wait to show you more. Thanks for watching.
Gallipoli is a
Saber Interactive was working on a remake of KOTOR. That could be cool.
In the Middle Eastern theater of World War I.
Yeah, that could be pretty sick.
Authentic weapons, locations, and factions that you play with. 50-player server.
They also made a Warframe module for Starfinder out of nowhere. Oh, weird.
Where we don't compromise on is picking the locations. Those are always the actual battles. The weapons, the ones that were actually used, and uniforms that are as accurate as possible and plausibly used. It sets us apart there. We go quite deep on the history, but then again we're more accessible than say some of the military simulators.
Nobody out here is taking the you can fuck a bear to the next level.
More approachable.
What's the next level?
So in that,
the bear can fuck you, maybe.
From another subgenre in the shooters.
Your animal handling is high enough.
Rivals in the game.
You get handled by the animal.
You expect it to be one shot, one kill. The rest of the game is built
2
around
bears.
So yes, rivals are one shot kill. But then again, it must not be the case that somebody goes around the corner and kills the entire team within 1 second. So especially in multiplayer, the fairness concept must be adhered to. So everything is built sort of around making sure that the game feels fair. So there's a balance between in the gunplay that needs to happen, as well as in the way we handle spawning and how quick you are back into the battle. You're very quick to be.
It's a nice looking game.
Combat here. There's other quirky weapons that are part of the arsenals, but these are accurate. They were used. We don't do experimental weapons. We try to stay as accurate as possible when we model them. The locations we picked. Using some geodata, a lot of.
The big thing with weapons in these types of games is getting that sound design right, though.
When you're under fire, you have a difficulty reloading your weapon, for instance, and that has custom animations to it. So it's quite elaborate. Not a lot of games.
I think that's gonna piss a lot of people off.
Really dynamic based.
People still, the one thing people still talk about with Far Cry 2 is
it's not a random jamming system. It's really
the random jamming system.
One of the cooler things is that you can now build
because people fucking hated that thing.
You were able to construct objectives and machine guns and other things together. It's kind of like our evolution of the game mode we had in Isonzo, taken to 11, where it's really you fight over a certain area. Once it's captured, you have to construct things together and then to consolidate your position to secure it.
It looks okay. I don't think I'll necessarily play it.
Section we have here.
That reminds me, I should play Where Winds Meet. I think I would like Where Winds Meet, honestly. I think I would like it.
For the first time, a very cool section here. First up, we have Where Winds Meet, a game that obviously is already out.
Yeah, that's been out for a bit now.
A brand new boss coming to the Western version of the game in Dino Blade, coming from Team Spino.
Oh, that's literally the game where it's dinosaurs with swords.
We have exclusive interview content with Crimson Desert.
Incredible looking game? Am I thinking about the wrong game? Because the Dino Blade I'm thinking of is not incredible looking necessarily, but
does the moon,
maybe I misremember,
or the south still shine bright?
incredible in that a lot of people really like those GIFs on Twitter a decade ago. Was it Jake that said the incredible looking game? Because that would make sense. Dude fucking lives on Twitter. So it would make sense that he would think so. Man, what a cool style. Holy shit, look at that. That's so fucking cool looking. I think I have this game installed. I just never played it. Because I was going to. Maybe one day. Jesus. Does he have like a bleed stacked on him or something? Because his health is continuously going down. And it looks like he has a bunch of debuffs. I'm assuming there's like a bleed or something on him. So is this like a Four Kings type fight or something? You know what game was actually really cool that I kind of wish I had kept up with? Wuchang Fallen Feathers. That was actually a pretty cool game. The problem is that there's so many Souls-likes out there that kind of cool just kind of isn't enough anymore. So instead, you know what I've been playing semi-recently? Bloodborne. The look of this fight is so awesome. Holy shit. So cool. Jeez. Oh my god. This is a crazy fight. Was that like an ult or something? That did a lot of damage. It's cool that they showed that. Now I don't have to play it. So yeah, so that's out now. That was a cool looking boss. Oh, here's that incredible game. This is Dinosaur Dark Souls, right? Yeah, this is the game I thought they were talking about. Incredible is a stretch, I think. It looking incredible, I think, is a stretch. This is a meme. True. This looks so dumb. I do like that T-Rex is using another dinosaur as his weapon, as a club. That's kind of awesome, to be honest, though. That's kind of sick. This is the snake on a plane of video games? Not wrong, actually. Not wrong. There's a demo for it. We could try it. We could try it.
Based on the trailers and based on a bunch of things that I've seen about this game, you can clearly slay dragons.
Holy shit, it's Will Powers!
In the game. And you do fight them.
Y'all remember Will Powers, right?
Whether or not you can.
Will Powers is the original winner of
Can you lay
PlayStation's The Tester.
Lua fans, but at this point we're not confirmed.
Remember The Tester?
There's dragon relations.
Could you speak a little bit to how big this game is?
We've been seeing some news out there with some specific numbers floating around about how big the map is. I don't think numbers really do it justice because How big is that in terms of...
I'll never forget that name, Will Powers.
The world's at least twice as big as the open world in the playable area.
Also, I think he got in some hot water for saying some weird shit on Twitter a few years ago or something, but...
Open world games...
I mean, who didn't, right?
Having activities, having distractions. So we wanted to create a world...
This game seems sick, actually.
Massive, but is also incredibly interactive. Obviously, you and your community, Lewis.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one too. It looks cool.
This is not that type of game in terms of RPG elements and decision making. What it is, though, is you choose the type of character that you want to play as in terms of your progression within the systems in the game.
This is the Black Desert game that is a single-player game, right? Not an MMO, if I remember.
Scope and scale of the game. You'll be distracted by something, you'll go on this quest line, you'll have an experience.
I've tried to get into Black Desert.
Than someone else, even
I just couldn't.
The same game. The guiding principle.
It's so hard for me to get into an MMO these days.
Empowering the player and not forcing them into...
Black Desert Offline. Yeah, there we go.
There's a lot of
there it is.
Between now and launch. In March, for us to be able to elaborate on this.
They're launching in March?
People...
How did I not know that?
Say I have an hour to jump in and play this game after work. What is my experience going to look like? So we've done a little bit of showing when you're not in combat, how you're taking advantage and interacting in the world, harvesting resource, gathering them for a whole crafting system that we have in the game for equipment, as well as...
You can build your house, apparently.
There is a house. The world is made to be interacted with, and that's also how you learn about the world. So by talking to NPCs, by picking up chickens, then you've learned and your codex will have been updated about the chicken.
What about things that go beyond like fighting? Is there like puzzles? Is there like different types of quests?
That's a great question. One of the things that we showcased, we had a team over.
What am I doing after work? Crafting chickens. Got it. Yeah. That's right.
September.
That's right.
They came out and we showed them a glimpse of a bunch of different systems. One of the systems that we showed them was in what we call the aerial abyss. It's those sky islands that you see there. That's a very important, pivotal part in the story and quest and mystery surrounding the world. In those sky islands, there are puzzles. They all have a different vibe, if you will, and then treasures and rewards for completing them.
When can people get the game? Where can they get it? What does that look like for you guys?
The game comes out on March 19th across basically every platform. It'll be available on consoles on PS5, as well as Xbox Series X and S, PC, as well as natively on Mac.
Natively on Mac? Wow. That is not a term you hear very often when they're telling you where you can play a game. Holy shit. Oh, yeah, I guess we're done, huh? I guess that's it, because this is the game trailers only New Game Plus showcase, which is bullshit, obviously, because there was more than just that. Yeah, Gutane, take notes. That's right. So, what did y'all think? What did y'all think of the New Game Plus showcase?